Alright, man, so it's a Saints Row Reboot checkup. Last time I checked up on this game, it was on Game Awards. But we finna go and get back into it. Now, the first thing I want to get into is the Saints Row Reboot. It haven't been getting noticed a lot, and I think that's because of the delay. But it's not looking good for it right now. Like, it's like, really, it kind of feel like the Saints Row Reboot haven't even exist. But what I have been seeing is I've been seeing a lot of people play 3 and 4. I mean, not 3 and 4, but 1 and 2. 1 and 2 starting to get a lot of attention, especially shout out to the professional, because the professional, you know what I'm saying, putting Saints Row on this platform, really showing people how good of a game it is. Him being a GTA fan himself, you know, a lot of GTA fans are starting to see that Saints Row 1 and 2 was not bad games, and they was good games. But yeah, let's do this Saints Row Reboot checkup, man. We seen some stuff. You know, I'm not gonna really just be talking about like everything I seen. But we seen, you know, saying some fairies and some stuff like that. But I'm gonna be talking about why it's still hate, because I be looking in these Saints Row Reboot comments sometimes, and they be like that. And the Saints Row fans just they ungrateful. Like it ain't nothing that Volition can do to please them. Bro, I'm gonna tell people why people still hate the reboot, bro. And it's actual obvious reasons why people hate the reboot. Okay, so number one, setup. Y'all start from games. First of all, I used to think that the characters can make a darker turn, but they probably can't make a darker turn. Looking at their background, they showed us they already probably well experienced with games. So the gang life probably don't phase them, and this is just how they're going to act. You know what I'm saying? This probably just how they're going to be. You know, and I would have rather, you know, I know some people, you know, don't like overuse things, but I feel like it fits. Either they could be in games because of their circumstances, or they join games because of they lost a close friend or something like that. Like that's like a way I could have saw it, but they don't want to do that. You know, I'm not a big fan of the college dip thing, right? Now, number two, connection, the character connection. A lot of people, or some people, don't see they just can't see themselves connected with those characters. The reason why I say that is because instead of giving the characters the style of Saints Row 1, they don't even need to take, these characters don't even get, like, what I'm saying is, people want the game to be like Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3, then people know, like, you know, probably not, some people, I don't even think people want it to be like 4, but people want the game to be like Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3, and stuff like that. But to be honest, the game should have been like Saints Row 1, in terms of basic level, even in terms of how, like, what level the characters on. When it comes to connection, bro, what I'm saying is they making these characters have a 3 vibe about them. Like, you know how in Saints Row 3 the characters are always jokey and jolly? They're not heart-touching. So how is people going to connect the characters that's not even heart-touching? Another thing is they making these characters too good at what they do in the first game. We saw these cutscenes. We saw what type of stuff these characters doing. These characters should have started off on a basic level like Saints Row 1. Then become badasses in the second game. Why is they badasses or they this good in the first game? On my last Reboot Game Awards thing, I said that Saints Row Reboot is gonna be a badass game. And that's the problem. It's trying to be a badass game in the first game. Not only is it trying to be a badass game, but it's trying to take the mixture of 3. That you know, and Saints Row 3 went over the top with trying to be a badass, bro. We all know that. So that was kind of a bad mix. And a lot of people said, bro, and it's funny, because a lot of people said that them remastering Saints Row 3 doesn't mean that that's what the next game gonna be about. There was slick hints. And I always thought that. I was like, bro, they remastered Saints Row 3 for a reason. I mean, yeah, it could be because it sold the most. And if that game sold the most, what makes you think they're not going to mostly put that in the next game? You know what I'm saying? Which they did. We seen a lot of the same. They didn't got animations from Saints Row 3 and put them in there and all that. They got the furries walking around the street like in Saints Row 3. They got Marshall for Stag, all that. They done bring a lot of Saints Row 3 stuff back in it. Ain't no wrong with bringing parts of Saints Row 3 in it. I just think they bring a lot of the most weirdest over the top stuff back in it. But let's get on. Number 3, the level. The level, bruh. This game is starting off too much on a high level. Should have started off on a basic level, like Saints Row 1, where you're mostly driving around in cars. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we are already doing all this. We got wingsuits. We gonna be doing wingsuit missions, robbing banks. Like, it's too much for the first game. These people in Volition don't know what they're doing. They're rushing the game so fast, and I'm telling you, they're rushing the game so fast. I really found it hard to do. I really found it like hard what they're gonna do with the next sequel. What they're gonna do besides just go more over the top with it, and that's gonna lead them right back in the same problem that they was the first time. I don't even know if these characters might get a sequel, but if they do, it's unpredictable, bro. I can't even predict how the sequel gonna be, honestly, bro. But yeah, like, the main problems, like I said, bro, these characters, they lack heart-touching moments, and we seen that ever since after 2. They lack heart-touching moments. They gave them that same 3 and 4 type of style, where instead of them actually having heart-touching moments, they're probably going to be more of trying to be on the funny side. They're making the characters too good at what they do. This is the first game. Look at Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 not a good beginning game, but Saints Row 2 is a good sequel game. Saints Row 1, everybody starts off basic, right? Not too good at what they do. Saints Row 2, they get better at what they do. At least we see that in Johnny and Player. And that's the right people that you're supposed to see it in. Johnny and Player, since they was in the game like before Shundy and Piers. So it's only right that they be the dark, cold-hearted people. You know, they're going to be the dark, cold-hearted people because they already been experienced in gang life. Piers and Shundy not going to be that cold-hearted because they're not experienced in gang life like that. It was a perfect setup for the second game, right? You know what I'm saying? It was a good setup. We seen that in a lot of people in Saints Row 2. Dick showed less emotion. Dick seemed very empty to how he was in the first game. Julius just seemed like he's depressed. Johnny seems like he's just more dark and just cold. Player seems like he's more cold. They made them better at what they do in the second game. These characters start out what they do. They start out super good at what they do in the first game. It's just too much. But yeah, man, let's see. This is just gonna be my little reboot checkup. I'm out.